Why Nigerian marriages abroad fail. Thank you for joining this discussion. Today, we are talking about a very important and sometimes painful subject: why Nigerian marriages fail when couples relocate abroad. Now, before we go straight into scenarios, I want us to begin with two powerful illustrations that will set the tone. These illustrations are not just stories. They capture the hidden truths about relationships and why many marriages struggle once they cross into Western societies. Illustration 1. The lion. Imagine you have a lion. What is the best way to deal with this lion? Do you put it in a cage, or do you neutralize the heart of the lion? If you lock it in a cage, yes, it may not hurt anyone for now, but deep inside, it is still a lion. Its heart is still wild, fierce, and dangerous. One day, if that cage opens, the lion will come out more violent than before. But if you neutralize the heart of the lion, suddenly the lion is harmless. You could walk around it, feed it, even sleep next to it, and it would not attack. Why? Because the issue is not the cage, the issue is the heart. Now, how does this connect to marriage? Many Nigerians, once they move abroad, suddenly begin to complain, "My spouse has changed." But the truth is, your spouse has not changed. What you see abroad is simply who they always were. Back in Nigeria, certain things acted like a cage. Maybe culture, maybe community expectations, maybe extended family pressure. But once the cage was removed, the heart was revealed. So the real question is, did you marry someone whose heart was already tamed, or someone who was only caged by circumstances? Illustration 2. The Thieves. Let's consider another picture. Two thieves are caught. One has stolen $1. The other has stolen $1 million. Now, what is the difference between these two? At first glance, you may say one crime is small and the other is big. But the reality is this: both are thieves. The only thing separating them is opportunity. The one who stole $1 did so because that was all that was available. If you gave him $1 million and he had the chance, he would have taken it too. Now, let us link this to marriages. Many Nigerian men complain, "My wife changed after we came abroad." But the truth is, she didn't change. What happened was that opportunity unveiled her heart. So when you combine these two illustrations, the lion and the thieves, you already see the foundation of today's discussion. Marriage failure abroad is not about sudden change. It is about opportunity and the revealing of the heart. Protection in the West. Before we go into practical scenarios, let's pause and talk about the system in the West. Many Nigerians abroad complain that the laws are biased in favor of women and children. They say, "Here in the West, the woman is too protected. The man has no say." But let us look at it carefully. The laws were not written to be unfair. The laws were written to protect the vulnerable, women, children, and those at risk of abuse. Unfortunately, some people do abuse the system, twisting it for selfish gain. But the intention of the law is noble: to create a safe environment where no one is dominated or silenced. Now, with that in mind, let us go deeper into 3 scenarios that capture why Nigerian marriages collapse abroad. Scenario 1. Weak foundations. Some marriages fail abroad simply because they were never strong in the first place. Think of a building with cracks in the foundation. It may stand for a while in Nigeria because of societal cages, family interference, financial dependency, or cultural silence. But once abroad, those cracks widen and the whole building collapses. For example, maybe there was no genuine love. Maybe the marriage was built on pressure. Time is going, family says marry now, he has money, she looks good. Once abroad, the real heart begins to show. Remember our lion? In Nigeria, that lion was in a cage. Abroad, the cage is opened, and the person's true nature explodes. Or think of our thief. In Nigeria, maybe the bad character only stole $1 worth of peace. Abroad, the same bad character now steals $1 million worth of trust, joy, and dignity. So in this first scenario, nothing actually changed. The environment simply exposed what was always there. Scenario 2. The controlling spirit. The second scenario is more subtle but very common. In Nigeria, many marriages are built around control. One partner, often the husband but not always, tries to dominate the other. They check each other's phones, monitor finances, demand permission for simple things like sending money to parents. In short, individuality is lost. Now, marriage is about unity, but unity does not mean loss of individuality. You are still a human being. You are still a son, a daughter, a professional, a unique personality. Love does not erase individuality, it respects it. But some people don't understand this. They think marriage is ownership. In Nigeria, the one being dominated may stay quiet because there is no safe system to resist. Family may say, just endure. Society may say, it is normal. But once abroad, the story changes. The dominated spouse suddenly finds protection in the law, in the system, in a society that says, you cannot be silenced, you cannot be controlled. And once the controlling spouse sees that their old tricks no longer work, they panic, they lash out, and eventually the marriage breaks down. So here again, the issue was not sudden change. It was the unveiling of an old problem under a new environment. Scenario 3. Genuine love, unfortunate accidents. The third scenario is perhaps the most heartbreaking. Some marriages fail abroad, even though they were genuinely built on love and mutual respect. The husband and wife had noble qualities. They truly cared for each other. But along the way, accidents happened. Maybe financial stress abroad created tension. Maybe cultural differences with children caused division. Maybe long working hours reduced intimacy. Or maybe an unexpected crisis, health, immigration, or career, created cracks. Here, no one was bad. No one had a lion's heart. No one was a thief. Life simply threw icebergs in their path, and sadly, their marriage could not withstand the storm. This scenario reminds us that marriage is not just about love. It is also about endurance, patience, and crisis management. Additional elements. Of course, beyond these three scenarios, there are extra factors. In-laws meddling from a distance, using phone calls and WhatsApp to control the home. Friends whispering bad advice, encouraging rebellion. Relatives sowing seeds of division because of jealousy or money. All of these can accelerate the breakdown of a marriage abroad. But if you look closely, most situations still fall under the three major scenarios: weak foundations, controlling spirit, or accidental storms. So why do Nigerian marriages fail abroad? It is not about sudden change. It is about the heart. The lion's heart, when not transformed, will always roar when free. The thief, when given opportunity, will always steal more. The challenge for every couple, therefore, is not to depend on cages or environments, but to truly work on the heart, to build a marriage on love, respect, individuality, and resilience. What are your thoughts? Do you see yourself in any of these scenarios? Let me know in the comments section, and let's keep the discussion going. Thank you for watching.